April 3rd, 2018. I have brown skin, it's in my genes. I walk down the streets at night, not a shadow to be seen in sight. I try to move quickly and silently to avoid being struck so violently. I heard screams of agony, I can't believe this tragedy. I live this day in fear, I try to hold back my tears. I have been struck. What is my unforeseen luck? They've broken all of my joints just for some lousy couple of points. You can beat me and break me, but I will not cry, even if I meet my grandparents in the sky. It's like a modern-day Holocaust. What is the line humanity has crossed? Today was a horrific scene on April 3rd, 2018. Paint this picture in your head. The bright and live streets of Toronto, the loud noises and big crowds, the large flashing signs and the variety of stores. You went to Toronto to make memories with your friends, to share some laughs and to have a good time. While walking down the crowded streets of the city, you're approached by an elderly man. His hair is long and gray, his clothes are loose and unmatched, his face is unfamiliar. This man who has stopped you reaches out his hand and lightly strokes the scarf you wear around your head. You hold your breath, scared about what will happen. He begins to yell in your face. He tells you hateful things such as that you don't belong in Canada and that you should go back to where you came from. He says that if you live here, you should remove the headscarf. The howl of hatred that left his mouth caused a big scene. Blurred faces surrounded you and the man. Everyone stood there being bystanders. No one defending you, no one comforting you, no one stopping this man for doing such an awful thing. They all just stopped and stared at the phenomenon that you are the center of. Sadly, this isn't just a painting. It's the truth about the world we live in today. It is a reality that many people go through daily. This incident had happened to a friend of mine last summer. I remember watching the video and being in disbelief that acts like this still occur in Canada. Don't speak about a topic you know nothing about. Don't claim that we're all the same. But most importantly, don't label us based off your bigoted thoughts, because nothing is worse than hearing those ignorant words coming out of your mouth. Hate crimes upon hate crimes, religion versus religion, conflicts upon conflicts. When will this hate end? No matter the race, religion, or color, there will always be hatred. You are not defined by your appearance. You are defined by your personality and by the way you treat people. Wearing religious clothing or having certain beliefs or looking a little different from others should not put you at disadvantage anywhere in life. On average, 27% of African Americans and 20% of Hispanics are being denied job offers due to their race. The media is only making the problem worse. I go turn on the TV and all I see is news stereotyping us. Black men and Hispanic men are always part of gang violence, while Muslim men are always committing terrorist acts. Racism has gone a lot better than how it was in the 1950s, but looking at statistics lately, racism is more prominent now than our previous 10 years. In America, there are multiple surveys going around asking if people see racism as an issue. In 2009, 26% of people have said it's a small situation. In 2011, 8% of people said it's not a problem, and 16% said it's a small issue. Fast forward to today. 3% have said it's not a situation, while 64% of the population says it's a major issue. Americans who think racism is a big problem outnumber those who say it's not by 20 to 1. In 7 years, 5% more of civilians think that racism is a bigger issue than before. Racism is a vast issue that has been diminishing over the years. For many of us, we live in a white man's world, a world that goes unjust. It's not an issue that should be taken lightly. It affects almost everyone that walks on this planet.